Hi, hello. I was accidentally streaming my Twitter, so if you saw anything inappropriate on my Twitter, I apologize. There might have been an anime girl on there. If that's the case, I'm very sorry that you had to see that. So here we are. Today we are playing Trauma Team. Let me switch over to my Wii. Yeah, I got stream elements up and working. I have this beautiful chat layout and stream layout in general. I hope you like it. I worked really hard on it. I have not played a Wii game in a very long time, so hopefully this tracking is fine. So yeah, here we go, I guess. Trauma Team. How's the volume, by the way, now that the music is starting? This game is controlled nunchuck style. I wish I had a Wii U because I could output with HDMI that way, but instead I just bought component cables for my Wii and decided that was good enough. My wrist strap is not connected to my Wiimote, but I do have a little strap of Astolfo on it, so I'll make sure I hold on to that. So this is a game that I played a very long time ago and only remember a little bit about. My old save is still here from I don't know when, but it took me about 20 hours, so hopefully we can beat the world record and get under 19. But I only got 18 medals this time around, so hopefully we do better. Alright, we're gonna start up a new game on Resident difficulty. Yeah, I'm honestly not sure if this or 100%ing Croc is going to take longer, because this is like a pretty straightforward game. Croc, I feel like the last few streams will be a nightmare of trying to get the last few gobos. So this game takes place in the Trauma Center franchise, is part of, and it's kind of a spin-off of it where you control 5 different doctors specializing in different medicine. So yeah, you basically get your full like internship at various hospitals, and by the end of this you'll have a medical degree. Resurgam. Yeah, honestly, like this game, you can buy it for like 20 bucks now. I don't know why people spend so much on medical school. Oh, the Portland Medical Center. This is in the real world, it seems. You know, I hope we can see the bottom of a Mii's foot in this game. The fictional world of Oregon, Portland. Not Portland, Oregon. I put my chat at like 200% zoom this time around so I can actually see it. It looks like I made this stream elements chat really ugly and hard to read, so I'm sorry about that. So I think just by the menus in this game, you can tell that Atlas developed it. They're pretty fun to look at.
Please allow me to inform you of how to interface with this hospital.
We're gonna interface with the hospital.
You can tilt the control stick left and right while on this screen. This will allow you to select which doctor's episodes to experience. Should you wish to change the difficulty of your operations, point at the difficulty icon.
Yeah, I should check if the character designer for this has done any other games.
Then press the A button on your Wii remote. Difficulty settings only apply to the doctors that perform operations.
For a greater or lesser challenge, change the difficulty of something you find suitable for you. Alright, so here we are. Trauma Team. We're gonna start with our boy CRS01. He's a very normal doctor. His reason for performing surgeries is pretty much the same as any other doctor. So let's check him out. Okay, yeah, Persona 2, SMT4, that checks out.
Open the door. He wants to talk to the prisoner.
What? The guy with the 250-year sentence? I wasn't informed of this.
I wasn't informed of this.
Here's my authorization from the HHS. Any problems?
This guy's sunglasses are awful.
I'm sure he won't say a word. He doesn't remember anything.
I'm trying to sit far away from my desk because if I'm too close, the Wiimote doesn't pick up, and it's gonna be a problem. Yeah, I worked really hard on this layout, Barry. Do you like it? I use Stream Elements. They have a lot of assets that helped me out.
What do you want?
So here's our normal doctor, CRS01.
You're needed for an operation in exchange for a reduced sentence.
Like all doctors, he's operating to reduce his prison
Want me
sentence.
to
That's right. Here are the details if you want to see him. Take your time and think it over. But remember, you'll never have another opportunity to save lives.
This is the most anime game possible.
save lives?
Yeah, it's, you know, you're doctors in this game. You play as 5 different normal doctors. Like this guy here, CRS01. All right. Okay, so I think this will be an actual surgery. Yeah, right. They weren't very original with this guy's backstory. Like, all doctors are in jail.
Get out.
Here he comes. That's a very, like, SMT looking helmet he was wearing too. But underneath, he's just a beautiful boy.
This is Resurgam First Care. You'll be operating here.
Frozen in Time. My favorite Pixar
The only
movie.
time you'll be out of cuffs.
Is that Pixar or is that
during
just
the
Disney? I
operation.
forgot.
Remember, this is 5 years off your sentence. Questions?
I feel like if this guy is so dangerous that he needs handcuffed except when he's doing surgery,
do my
they
business.
shouldn't give him a scalpel, personally.
Hey there, Hank Freebird.
Oh, it's Hank
I'm a doctor
Freebird.
here. I'll be your support for this operation. What's your name?
Hank is another doctor we'll get to play as.
His name doesn't matter. Let's keep the contact minimal.
Damn.
His prison number is CRS01 if you need to call him anything.
see. I understand.
Now get started. We'll be waiting here for you.
Yeah, Hank Freebird. He was his family is a big
Well then,
big
I'll be
fan
explaining the gist of this
of
operation.
a certain song. All right, we're operating on old Jacob Tillman here with dilated cardiomyopathy. You know what it is.
I'm told we'll be using an OCVR for a DCM case.
These are probably real medical terms. I don't
That's
know.
right.
Though.
But will you be all right?
What do you mean by that?
I heard from the man outside that you have no memories. This isn't just some way to pay a debt. A life's on the line.
It's very serious.
You don't need to worry about that. Let's operate.
All right. I hope you're ready for this operation. Because I am not. I'm gonna adjust my mic some more. Sorry if it squeaks. All right, here we go.
Well then, let's begin the operation.
The patient's vitals drop to 0. You fail.
Patient's vitals are low. Get me a syringe.
So yeah, the operation parts that this guy has are pretty much the same as the other Trauma Center games. If you ever played those, they're very realistic to how medicine works.
Vitals are recovered. Next, we must disinfect the entire disinfection complete.
Yeah, it's Anime Surgeon Simulator. I would say this is less ridiculous, but it's really just ridiculous in other ways. You can see how much my hand is shaking here, so I'm sure I should be doing an operation. Oh, hello, Ricky is here. Why are you a fool, Ricky? What are you apologizing for?
The affected areas. Ready the ultrasound.
Yeah,
The affected...
cool is the best you can get doing an operation. Using the ultrasound. Move the pointer and press A when you find a shadow. I'm trying not to skip all of the opening dialogue because it's tutorial stuff, but
Found it. The yellow vial contains the antiviral drug.
the antiviral drug is going in.
Drug's working. Prepare the scalpel for incision.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Affected area has been opened. Using the drain.
Oh, that's okay,
Suture
Ricky.
the wound.
Retreat the myocardium with the overlapping method.
Are the alerts working from Streamlabs? I don't know if I've seen them yet. Oh, you know what? I know why they're not showing up. Hold on. Okay, they should show up now. I realized I had the game capture over my layout so that all of the alerts were getting covered up.
First, pull one side of the myocardium across the incision.
Yeah, what the hell, Ricky? Didn't even follow your own daughter? You call yourself a father? A daddy? Alright, using the forceps, grab with A and B, then move in the direction of the arrow. Alright, here we go.
Alright. One side. Alright.
Oh, yeah.
Next, suturing incision. I'll need to suture the wound before it opens up again.
This is such an awkward angle I'm playing at. My elbow's bent at 45 degrees because that's what I need to do to get the Wiimote on the screen. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Smooth as butter. Good plus. It's not cool, but
The test did confirm multiple affected areas, though.
Don't worry. We'll find them all and treat them.
alright. Here's another... Are these tumors? What the hell are we dealing with here?
Prepare the scalpel for
As a
incision.
doctor, I should probably know
Area
this.
has been opened. Let's close the wound before it hemorrhages again.
I played a lot of Trauma Center, so
Alright.
the surgery stuff is
Prepare the sutures.
just it's very easy, even with my my awkward
Your skills are
suturing skills. See, they're amazing. My skills are amazing.
Don't waste my time with your opinions. Let's keep going.
Yeah, I don't know why you'd need a degree for this. This is honestly so easy. Let's bring this guy's vitals
Should
back
be
up.
more affected areas.
Where the hell?
Get the ultrasound out of my way. It's not helping
Get this out of my fucking way.
What do you mean? Tell me what you're thinking.
Tell me what you're
It's a simple
thinking.
fact. The ultrasound can't find everything.
We're just gonna cut into this guy's heart.
Directly to find it.
Alright. We're gonna palpate this man's heart.
You're going to feel the areas?
We're just gonna feel around his heart for tumors. It's normal. Oh, I skipped past
Try
the...
holding your hand there for a little while longer.
For our own ultrasound. Oh, is this one? I think this is this one? Let's cut into it and find out. I don't think that was it. Hello, Yoshi Horse. We're doing some surgery on a grape. I cannot find this man's tumors, I hope. Let's see. Where could they be? Fuko, hello. I've seen you in Ricky's chat. Where are the tumors at? I'm struggling to locate any of them with my hand.
I found an abnormal area.
Alright, apparently I found it. I don't know how.
There it is. Prepare a scalpel.
Ooh.
Affected area has been opened. Let's close the wound before it hemorrhages again.
Oh, I need to forcep it.
Next. Alright. Next suturing incision.
Oh
Prepare
yeah,
the
oh
suture.
yeah. Just go to town on it.
Moving on to the next area.
Yeah, where'd a tumor at? But there's more of them? What the hell? How many tumors does this guy have? I need to be quiet to feel the tumors with my hand. I still don't know if they're actually tumors or something else, but you know, I'm a doctor, it's fine.
I
Oh,
found an
there it
abnormal
is.
area.
I don't...
Injecting the drug.
I guess it's abnormal here.
I found an affected
You could
area.
have had me
Begin
fooled.
incision.
Oh yeah,
Affected area
oh
has been
yeah.
opened. Using the drain. Let's close the wound before it hemorrhages again. Forceps. Next.
Oh yeah, oh
Next
yeah.
Suturing incision. Prepare the sutures. Suture complete. Moving
Being a
on to the next
doctor,
area.
you just feel a man's heart and stab him. There's a strange looking grape in this grape. Yeah, honestly, how is this man alive? He has like 30 of these things in him apparently. I found an abnormal area. I'm injecting the drug.
Affected area has been opened. Using the let's close the wound before it hemorrhages again. Forceps.
I'm gonna get a very bad rating on this.
Alright. Next suturing incision. Prepare the
Oh
suture.
yeah, oh yeah.
That should finish the treatment procedure.
Alright, he's fine now.
Let's close him up.
I just know there are no more tumors there, it's fine.
Beginning the incision suturing.
I don't get why we have to close the internal wounds, but these we can just suture them without the forceps.
Once we're done here, the operation will be over.
Get the antibiotic gel ready to cleanse
This
the
grape
sutured
is
wound.
as good as new.
Alright, let's bandage up the incision now.
Using tape, hold A and move the pointer across the wound, then release. Here we go.
Operation complete. Let this disease pass from this world.
Let this disease pass from this world. Holy shit.
Impressive. I never thought I'd see surgery like that.
Never thought I'd see a man just squeeze someone's heart to find the tumors. You know, I think I would have gotten an A or S if I just did it faster, but I did get 69 in the score, so I'll consider it a win. B for Booba. These hands can save lives.
Impressive. I can see why you were called for.
Your opinions have nothing to do with my skills.
He's a little soon.
Looks like it worked. But I wonder if it's all right to use a procedure that's so outdated.
That was a fine operation, Doctor. Thank you.
Thank you.
I didn't do anything worth being thanked over.
How should I know? He does have some
I
interesting
see.
Let's rank B. Alright, back on the truck, back to prison, like a normal doctor. God, he's so hot.
Doctor, huh?
Doctor, huh? Got a nice ring to it. Yeah, I hope we were at least in hot doc jail. Okay. So yeah, the way this game works, you can switch between any of the doctors at any time. Oh, there's actually 6. I thought there were 5. I'm stupid. And their stories kind of intertwine. It's very exciting. Oh, come on. Yep. There we go. So this is my favorite lady. You can guess why. Oh, we're at the Cum Institute, the CIFM. So Naomi was actually in one of the trauma center games as a doctor, and now she's a forensic scientist because I think she's afraid to operate on people or something.
Did you call for me, Chief Wayne?
Ah, good morning, Naomi. It seems the FBI needs your expertise.
I need her expertise.
I'd like you to head over to the scene immediately.
I'm a medical examiner, not a police officer.
I love her clip-on tie that falls into her
I can't
cleavage.
just turn the government down.
A normal outfit.
Fine. Well then.
That's
Oh,
correct,
Naomi,
Ricky. We
one
are
more
playing Trauma Team. Oh yeah, thank you for shouting out Barry.
Here's our liaison from the FBI. You should meet him.
Barry is my bug sister.
Special Investigator Naval.
Check her out.
A pleasure to meet you, Doctor.
Yes. Nice to meet you too. What are you doing? You an FBI agent? This must be a joke.
This must be a joke.
Please keep your voice down. It's been a while, hasn't it? I didn't have the luxury of witness protection like you.
Naomi is apparently
Just
in
shut
witness
up.
protection.
I'm only here because it's my job. I have nothing to do with you faking your way into the FBI.
Hey, this is a very serious game. We're performing surgery on grapes, bugs, strawberries.
Whatever you say, ma'am.
Good.
Whoa, where are you going?
To the crime scene.
Did the
Send the address
Twitch
to my
Twitch
GPS.
game information update correctly? I'm always
I'll have them
afraid
bring the
that
car around.
I didn't do it right.
You are waiting here. Tell your people on site I'm coming.
But
Nice tie there, little guy. Be a good boy and stay.
Can you guess why I like her?
Doctor!
Any guesses?
Oh, well.
Look at that car. I probably haven't played this game in like 10 years and I still just have this music in my head all the time. Alright, it's a locked room mystery. So yeah, her segments are kind of like Ace Attorney almost. Like a detective sort of game.
We've received word about you. Miss Kimishima, is it?
Good. This will make things easier. Where's the victim?
This even sounds like an Atlas dub.
He's over here. This way, please.
Victim is Dennis Taylor, 30-year-old male.
F in the chat for Dennis.
The fireman found him. The knife in his hand matched the cut wounds. Probably suicide.
Huh. What's this?
Oh, that's where the fire started, likely before the suicide.
Why did the fire start before the suicide?
Hmm.
That doesn't make any sense.
Miss Kimishima?
I'm gonna blow this case wide open. Oh my god. When her phone rings, the Wiimote vibrates. I forgot she can speak with the dead on her cell phone. This game rules. Stop, you! No! Og! She's a baddie and she can speak with the dead?
Are you feeling all right?
This was murder. Send the corpse to CIFM immediately. I'll examine
Sif him.
I want all finger and footprints found in that room. If you find anything, contact me directly. I'll be at the lab.
Does it even count if you're a detective that can just like hear the dead?
She does work at the forensic medicine
At that point, I feel like you're just cheating.
Supposedly, she solved a lot of cases for the FBI.
The FBI?
That's right. That means we need to keep out of this. Come on, hurry down to the car for the fingerprint powder.
Yeah, this game is like they basically wanted to make a visual novel. It feels like, but they had to make it a surgery game. Which all the surgery parts are pretty fun.
422194. Hey, little guy.
Hey, little guy.
What do you know so far about this?
I'm trying to hold my hand as still as possible, and this is what I'm getting. I don't know if I'm just very shaky or if the Wiimote is screwed up.
Oh, right. The victim's 30-year-old Dennis Taylor. At 3:30 p.m., someone in the same building reported a fire. The firefighters found the body in bed 20 minutes later.
At least he died doing what he loved, sleeping.
He had a knife in one hand and a deep wound on his wrist. The door was closed and chained. It's being ruled suicide.
It's a locked room murder. Murder. Murder.
Look, isn't that the most reasonable fitting explanation?
I thought people learned when they grew older.
Doctor, what do you mean by that?
Let's begin. Show me how this life's
Show me
flame
how
was
this
snuffed
life's flame was snuffed out. She's so cool. I wish I was half as cool as her. The truth can never fully die. She's basically Detective Conan. Alright, here we are. What now? Oh yeah, I guess I should read these since they're not voiced. The information that we know up to this point has been sent to your computer. If you don't mind, would you please check that out? Alright, I'll take a look at my computer then. Viewing the computer. Point towards the monitor and press A. That's how I use my computer too. Oh, to save, you press the save button. Let's do that. Alright, we're logging on. Hint cards. Information gathered is displayed on the computer as hint cards. Holy shit, that's a me. Why is there a me here? Grab a card with A and B, release the card in the top right. Practice by analyzing the knife hint card. Look at this! He's a me! Alright, we're gonna analyze this knife. Is this the knife that was in the corpse's hand? I'll look into it over here. Can you give me some time? Alright, he's analyzing that knife. Is that... I guess I'll have him analyze everything. Oh. There's nothing more you can tell me. Yeah, listen to my dead cell phone. Alright, alright. I guess that's all the analysis we can do. Alright, point to the door and press A. What's this, recorder? I don't have any use for it at the moment. The soundtrack in this game is so good. Moving around. Point to the place you want to go and press A. Selecting where to go. If there are multiple places, use A to select one. Alright, we're heading to the evidence room. We're gonna look at that body. Point at the corpse on the autopsy table and press A. Examining personal effects. Point at the items on the autopsy table and press A. I like that every tutorial prompt is just point at it and press A. Let's check these effects. Alright. Okay, we're gonna find some clues, like this giant bloodstain. Look at those cuffs. This guy's pretty sus already. Yeah, right? He's invisible. Whoa. Oh, no, I thought I saw something green on his knee, but that was just the light. Alright, a little flat here, that's a clue. Let's look at this bloodstain while we're here. The deceased was wearing a white dress shirt. There are blood stains on the left sleeve. Well, no surprises there. Any sweat? Is he a sweaty boy? 0 ass detected. No juicy dumper detected. This man was definitely murdered. Alright. Any other hints about this guy besides... I like to think they like just put a ring in his pants so they stay open like that. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else about this guy besides the bloodstain. Yes, I'd like to report a robbery. Alright, is that all? That might be all. Alright, let's check this man out. Oh, he got feet. It's time to begin examining the corpse. Are you sure about that? There's something I'm seeing that's grabbing my attention. Oh, that finger has something going on. There's something odd about it. I can't quite place it. Alright. We're answering some quizzes. This is how we're going to get our medical degree. Incorrect answers lower the upper left gauge. If it empties, you fail. Select exit with A to come back to a quiz later. Alright. It was bent in an odd direction. This was caused by fracture. I'm glad it makes you confirm your selection because my hands are so shaky that I'm gonna select the wrong thing a lot. Look at that. Abnormal finger card. Ricky, can you do a tarot reading with this abnormal finger card?
Indeed. We can't say what's wrong with it for sure until it's sent in for analysis, though.
Oh, there it is. That is really a Hank Hill ass. There's nothing going on here. I feel bad for the guy. He's dead, but that's not why.
This wound on the wrist is believed to be the cause of death. Even though this looks like a self-inflicted wound made with a sharp knife, there's something unnatural about it.
What could it be? Okay, let's consider the slash wound on the left wrist. If the victim did commit suicide in this way, the wound is odd in that no signs of pain reaction is what I'm guessing. Because there is blood. That doesn't mean anything. And that's just not a true statement. There are multiple choice questions. You can like use the process of elimination. It might be.
That's right. There's only the one wound on the wrist. A single slash, deep enough to reach the artery.
It's deep enough to reach the artery.
No matter who it is, pain is an immediate response to a cut. No one should be able to make a single cut this clean and deep without flinching. I can't say this is proof of homicide, but I can't ignore this incongruity.
It's incongruity. I mean, this is a murder, so maybe. Oh, there's something odd about the eyeballs here. Me with no cake. There's something odd about the eyeballs here. Abnormality that I noticed in the corpse's eyes was pupils were dilated, there were tears of blood, red spots in the eyeballs. He was staring right at me. God, she's so cool. Look at her eyes. They're like so deep blue and just like they're staring right into you.
Yes, there appear to be spots of hemorrhaging in the eyeballs. This isn't a common condition. Perhaps I should ask Little Guy about it.
I love that she calls him Little Guy. I'm just a little guy, and it's my birthday. Alright, is that everything? Everything we have to see here? Anything on the hands? I think that's all. There's still something bothering me. What could it be? Wait a minute, something's not right. Huh? What's the matter? The corpse. I have the feeling that there's still something out of place concerning it. I need to go back to the evidence room and study it again in further detail. Alright, I missed something. I'm bad at examining bodies. Alright, let's check this man's out again. It seems that there's still more information that I can learn through examination. Alright, let's Alright, I agree with that statement. What else could there be? Does he have a head wound? No. Does he have a nose wound? No. Whatever is it that... Oh! He's got a hole in him.
Is this a bruise?
Oh, it's a bruise.
It's oddly shaped, though.
flower-shaped bruise. This appears to be everything I can find for now. I should go through what I've learned. I doubt that there's going to be any more information I can gather at this point. I should leave this room and consider the information I found so far. There are a few things bothering me about this corpse. There's an eye abnormality, wounded wrist, and an abnormal finger. Now, let's get back to my office and have this information analyzed. Right down the hall, back to the office. Oh, whoa, our computer's got a little speaker going out of it. Something must be happening. Let's try doing that now with what we've learned so far. Select the computer to confirm the results of any analysis that you have requested. The investigator is trying to contact you through the computer. How can you do that? Point to the panel in the upper right of the screen and press the A button to talk to him. Now, let's try sorting through the information that's been gathered so far.
Dr. Kimishima, the results of the examination of the knife have come in. Let's see, the knife itself is a cheap common brand sold all over the country. It'll be difficult to locate where the knife came from. The blood left on the blade matches the deceased's. Only his fingerprints were found on the handle as well.
I see. At least one thing is clear now.
He has no ass.
That is...
The fingerprints and blood on the knife that came from the body prove that the knife wasn't used. It's definitely suicide. The knife cut Dennis. It's Dennis's favorite knife. I think it's Dennis's favorite knife is right, but I'm gonna say it's that the knife cut Dennis. He loves that knife. Knife has become deadly knife.
Yes. This knife is believed to have been used to slit the victim's wrist. Even then, we can't prove that unless we compare it to the wound.
Fusing hint cards. Grab a card with A and B and place it on another card. It is a correct combination. The two cards will fuse together. I think we all have a favorite knife. Dennis had a... Dennis's knife didn't seem very nice. I think he should reconsider, but... What? I should take a close look at the information at hand and reconsider my options. Hello, Auna Yuri. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoy my voice. I murder only with my favorite knife. Do you want to get blood on your favorite knife, though? Yeah, that's a good point. Alright, we have male corpse, we have deceased's voice, abnormal finger, wounded wrist, flower-shaped bruise, eye abnormality, and deadly knife. So I thought it said it wanted me to match these two together. Oh, it did! Why didn't it like it the first time?
This means that...
The shape of the knife blade matches the wound on the body's wrist. This shows that the knife was used on his wrist. Dennis cut his own wrist. Dennis showed no hesitation. The knife didn't wound Dennis. Well, we already confirmed that the knife wounded Dennis. I'm gonna say that's not true. Shape of the knife blade matches the wound on the body's wrist. This shows that the knife was used on his wrist. I thought we already knew that. The slashing knife card has been obtained.
Indeed. This appears to be an open and shut case.
However,
Then again, this all seems a little too convenient for me.
Dennis was ready. Alright, so we have an abnormal finger, flower-shaped bruise, the corpse, eye abnormality, and the slashing knife. Let's see if we can get anything else analyzed here.
There's no mistake. This finger is fractured. Can you send me the details? Get an x-ray performed as soon as possible. Oh, and I have one more piece of good news, Dr. Kimishima. I've received a recording from HQ of a witness's account.
Oh, witness's account.
Great, that will be useful. Who's the witness?
It's the deceased's neighbor. We've asked her some questions about the day of the incident.
Perfect timing. Maybe we'll be able to use her account to determine when the fire started.
Fire. The recorder can now be used. The neighbor's account has been added to the recorder. The topic neighbor's condition has been added to the neighbor's account on the recorder.
Please check it using the recorder in your room.
Alright, we're gonna check this recorder out. Listening to witness accounts. Point to the voice recorder on the desk and press A. Kirsten Langley. That's a face you can trust. Dennis's neighbor. She was asked about what she'd observed on the day of the incident. Let's listen to the testimony. Point at words related to the topic in the upper left and press A. Oh, we got truth bullets? Alright.
Yes, that's right.
Yes, that's right.
I've been keeping the window that faces out into the street open because of the heat. That's how I could hear my neighbor so clearly. It was...
Let me think.
In the afternoon? Yes, it must have been. I was watching Farewell Danny at the
Farewell Danny.
Loud noise from my neighbor's room. And then the fire alarm started going off a little after that.
Oh, fire alarm.
Surprised. I think it was about 10 minutes. I looked
10
out the window and saw
minutes.
smoke coming from next door. I ran over to my neighbor's door, but nobody answered when I pounded on it. But I had to see if there was
There's the statement that is contradictory. She can't run.
chained from the inside and no one answered me when I yelled. Yes, the fire truck came
Yes.
soon after that. A firefighter cut the chain
That's
on
just
the
a good
door and
policy.
went inside. My neighbor?
Hi, Kaide.
No, it seems he lived alone. Oh, but I remember an electrician came at around noon. Yes, I heard him talking outside the front door, so I don't think I could be mistaken.
What could the electrician have been doing? Alright. How do I...
Yes,
yeah.
that's right. Oh, it's been so hot lately. I've been keeping the window that faces out into the street
Open because of the heat.
That's how I could hear.
Not surprised. That seems normal. Okay. Continuing on.
It was, let me think, around 3 in the afternoon.
Okay.
Yes, it must have been. I was watching Farewell Danny at the
Contradiction. Farewell Danny was not on TV. Alright, yeah. Loud noise. What could that be?
I heard this loud noise from my neighbor's room, and then the fire alarm started going off a little after that. I was really surprised.
And I don't trust her.
I was really surprised.
I think that's just a result of her being old.
I looked out the window and saw smoke coming.
There's a 10-minute period between the noises and when the fire started.
I looked out the window.
Well, there was a fire at the time. Where there's smoke, what could that mean?
I looked out the window and saw smoke coming from next door. I ran over to my neighbor's door, but nobody answered when I pounded on it.
When I pounded on it.
I ran over to my
Pound
neighbor's
this.
door, but nobody answered when I pounded on it. But I had to see if there was anyone in there.
I think that's unusual. Everything about her, I don't trust her. We gotta throw this testimony out.
But I had to see if there was any. But it was
Okay.
chained from the inside and
So the room was completely locked. That lines up with what I'd heard about the fire.
it was chained. It was
Oh no, this is a disaster.
from the inside and no one answered me when I yelled. Yes, the fire truck came soon after that. A firefighter cut the chain on the door and went in.
Okay, she's not surprised.
Firefighter cut the chain on the door and
The
went
music in
inside.
this game is just very good.
No, it seems he lived alone.
This coincides with all the information I had about the deceased. Who's... No, this is odd. This is an odd statement. Who's the electrician? Ma'am, tell me about the electrician, ma'am. Ma'am. Was it the cable guy? Was it Jim Carrey? Is that everything I can get from this? Let's try sorting through the information that's been gathered so far. Okay, so we have male corpse, slashing knife. I'm just gonna try combining some stuff. Eye abnormality, flower-shaped bruise. Nope. Slashing knife. Flower-shaped bruise. Eye abnormality. That's what I need.
It's a condition called petechia, caused by increased blood pressure and spasms in the blood vessels. It's commonly found as a sign of death by asphyxiation.
Death by asphyxiation.
Wait a second, that doesn't seem right. If I recall correctly, the victim...
Yes, the victim's wrist was slit. You don't really need to recall anything for that. That's like the basic part of the case. The spots in the body's eyes are signs of death by asphyxiation. Before that, it was believed that Dennis died of a slashed wrist. A broken finger.
The cause of death was thought to be hemorrhaging from a
I was watching a
wrist.
Conan episode where someone died of a concussion. It was a terrible episode. Was the wrist post-mortem? I feel like it... I guess I don't know. Like, would it bleed that much if it was post-mortem? I don't know how the body works.
If the cause of death is asphyxiation, it's possible that we are dealing with a homicide.
Alright, so we have signs of asphyxiation, flower-shaped bruise, male corpse, slashing knife, analyzing, and deceased voice. Alright. Slashing knife. Tell me about the bruise, mister. I'm a very good detective. You gotta consider every possibility. Alright, I think that's all we can do here. Should I go back to the evidence room? Good night, Haikaide. Yeah, it's a fun game. You should look into it. Okay, nothing about the pants. Whoa. Alright, we're missing something then. Alright. Let's figure out what we're missing here. Is there more stuff on the recorder I need to look into? Here we go.
Yes, that's right.
Well, it is close to the end of spring. We're just gonna run through all of these. How would she be so sure what time it is? It's because Farewell Danny was on. She fucking hates Farewell Danny. Alright, loud noise. Fire alarm.
Followed by the fire.
Oh, did I not examine that earlier? Oh, I don't want a card with her face on it.
The way she described it, the sound doesn't seem to have been something exploding. Could the noise have been made by someone in the room? Or something else?
Something else? We're gonna put the umbrella down. Alright, noise coming from the room at around 3 p.m. and then the fire started. The fire really started after the noise began. We should be able to narrow down the victim's time of death to some extent. Alright, time to use the computer to sort out this new information. Now let's try sorting through the information that's been gathered so far. I turned on the stream alerts so I could see if people like followed and stuff, and now I'm realizing I don't have a sound on it, so there's no way I'll actually notice it happening. Okay, so neighbor's account. No, you can't tell me anything? Okay, how about that? I don't trust
The
this
room
lady
was
either.
sealed, and the neighbor heard the sounds at around 3 p.m. The fire occurred not long after that.
She set the
What we
fire.
can deduce from that is
The neighbor heard noises coming from Dennis's room at around 3 p.m., and the fire started afterwards. This suggests that Dennis was dead before 3 p.m., Dennis was alive until 3 p.m., Dennis died around 4 p.m., Dennis started the fire. I'm gonna say Dennis was alive until 3 p.m. Dennis's time of death.
that's right. At least that's all we can determine using our current information. The deceased was alone at the time, so there's a good chance he made the noise. Still, we need more information to see if there was anyone else in the room when it happened.
Was anybody there? Oh good, we get to listen to this old lady some more. Was anybody there?
Yes, that's right.
Are you still talking about how hot it is?
I've been keeping the window that faces.
Alright, this is all the same.
It was. Yes, it must. I heard this, and then I was. Oh, I looked out the window and I ran over, but it was. Yes, a firefighter. My neighbor? No, it seems he.
Oh, was 15 new? No, that's not him. Wait, this is all the same stuff.
So an
Oh,
electrician
is it just
found
we're
the
looking
deceased
for a
room
different thing in the
around
testimony when the question is different? I thought it would be a new testimony. Oh, I just don't want to look at that.
That was much earlier than when the fire supposedly started, but we should investigate it.
Little guy's trying to contact me. I should turn on my computer and hear what he has to say. Let's try sorting through the information that's been gathered so far.
Ah, little guy.
What's up,
Perfect
little
timing.
guy? My me? My guy? My me?
It seems an electrician entered the deceased's room around noon on the day of the incident. If he's talked to your people, can you ask them for the recordings of the interview?
All right, I'll contact them immediately.
Please do. How's the analysis going?
Well, regarding the fracture on the corpse's finger, the right index finger was fractured by an external force.
Uh-oh.
It's rather odd. There are no signs of healing in the fractured area.
That means it was probably fractured like after death,
No
right?
traces of healing. That would mean...
He was born with the broken finger. That's the correct answer. Okay, so is it the bone broke after he died or the bone broke fairly recently? I'm gonna say it's probably after he died if there's no traces of healing.
That's right. Reactions to injury, like minute healing and hypodermic hemorrhaging, are vital reactions. They only occur while the body is still alive.
I see, I see.
Thus, if there were no vital reactions to this broken bone, the fracture happened... It must have occurred after the person was already dead.
Mm-hmm.
That would have to be the case. Oh, and to be clear, there's no way that the body was damaged during transport. We take the utmost precautions when moving bodies.
I never doubted you for a second, little guy. You don't have to tell me that.
Huh. I hadn't considered that until you brought it up. Still, I'll take your word for it. If his index finger was broken, using the hand would have caused a great deal of pain.
Alright, so our suspects are the electrician or the old lady. We haven't met the electrician yet, but not a fan of the old lady. Yeah, we trust the little guy.
With that in mind, he shouldn't have been able to use his right hand all that well.
Yeah, how could he cut his wrist if his finger was broken? Okay, slashing knife, signs of asphyxiation, flower-shaped bruise, electrician visit. Can I combine these? No. Alright, Dennis's time of death. Did I already get him to look at this? Okay, I think he's looking into it. Alright, fractured finger, Dennis's time of death, slashing knife.
There was a wound in the left
There we
wrist
go.
and a fractured finger on the right hand. This seems odd because...
Because you can't cut your wrist if you have a broken finger. Knife was in an injured hand. We did it. We're genius. Genius detectives.
Yes, the deceased would have had to hold the knife in his injured hand to cut his left wrist. Then he would have had to cut deep enough to sever the artery, putting pressure on his broken finger. Even if he was right-handed, this situation just doesn't add up.
It just doesn't add up. Okay, so we have injured hand, electrician visit, signs of asphyxiation. I think it makes sense to combine these, because you can't... whatever. Flower-shaped bruise? Alright. Do we have the testimony from the electrician yet? Yeah, we do.
Cut the small talk. What do you want?
She got so pissed at him all of a sudden.
So cold. HQ's questioned the electrician that the neighbor mentioned. I've sent you the recordings. It seems HQ already knew who he was, so there wasn't a problem.
Now we'll find out why that electrician went to the deceased's room.
I bet it was to work on the electronics. The electrics. Reason for entering the room has been added to the electrician's account on the recorder. Alright, this guy just looks like the Among Us guys. He's pretty sus. The electrician who visited Dennis's room the day of the incident. He was asked about what happened that day. Reason for entering the room.
Yes? Oh, yes, that's right. A murder?
A murder?
A murder? Yes, that's fine. He said his air was broken and it needed to be fixed.
Air can't be broken.
We should focus on that.
Exactly. Nobody can fix the air. You can fix the air conditioning. You can't fix the air. This picture.
There's nothing odd about having a repairman come to work on the ventilation system. But, at the very least, Dennis was still alive when the electrician came.
I don't think I know that video.
We need to learn about the deceased's condition at that time.
Dennis's status has been added to the electrician's account on the recorder. I guess that's all I needed from that first time around, so now we're learning about Dennis's status.
Yes?
I hope he was single.
Yes, that's right. A murder? Yes, that's fine. He said his air was broken and it needed to be fixed. That was around noon?
Around noon.
That was around noon, I think? I got the call earlier that day. Yes. He said he needed it fixed that day, so I went straight there when I finished the job.
Why would he, if he was gonna commit suicide, why would he call to get the air fixed? That don't make sense.
Yes. He said he needed it fixed.
Dennis's status, no dumpy.
Job I was doing. Yeah, it was really quick. All I had to do was swap out a cable.
Just a cable swap? I suppose that's not an unusual problem.
Yeah, it was really quick. All I had to do was swap out a cable. Right. I think I was only there for about an hour. Yeah.
Just an hour? If you're just swapping a cable, how did it even take an hour? That doesn't make sense.
Yes, I fixed his heater.
His heater? But, what? He said he fixed his air. Now it's the heater? He didn't, no.
Yes, I fixed his heater. The customer?
This has to do with how the victim was acting the day of the incident. I should pay attention.
The customer? Well, the way he looked.
Jesus Christ.
Suicide.
It wouldn't be surprising if the deceased committed suicide.
Dennis was a fucking wreck that day. Dennis seemed depressed. Same.
Does that mean the deceased had a motive for killing himself?
Alright, let's learn about this air. No, I thought you could tell me about the air repair. You can't tell me about Dennis being depressed either? What good are you? Okay, Dennis' time of death, injured hand, air repair, electrician visit.
Yes, these pieces of information do go together. On the day of the incident, the electrician had been asked to repair the deceased's air.
Air. He was farting.
The electrician went to the deceased's room at noon and left after finishing his work. Both the deceased's neighbor and the electrician himself agree on this.
Oh, thank God, we don't have to look at her anymore. Okay, repair confirmation. Dennis seemed depressed. Dennis's time of death. Flower-shaped bruise, injured hand, signs of asphyxiation. No. Dennis's time of death. I think it makes sense to combine them, but whatever. Alright, anything else? Okay, we gotta listen to the accounts again. Did they give me anything new here? No.
Yes.
Okay, let's go to the end, make sure we didn't miss anything.
I was already fixing a washing machine at my next appointment's house at that time.
Alright. That's a pretty good alibi if he was fixing the washing machine. Yeah, how'd they asphyxiate Dennis? You gotta wonder. Alright, let's go back to reason for entering the room, maybe?
He said that was around noon, I think? Yes. Yeah, it was really right. I think I was only there for yes.
Okay.
Customer? Around 3 p.m.?
Okay, what am I missing here? Is it something in the other testimony? Do I have to talk to her again? Did she say the wrong time that the electrician was over?
I ran over to, but I had to see if it was chained from the, yes, the,
Yes.
my neighbor. Oh, but I,
Wait, did he say noon or 1? I guess it must have been noon.
I heard him talking outside the front doors.
Okay, what am I missing here?
Yes, that's, I've been keeping the window that faces out into the street. That's how I could hear my neighbors. It was, yes, it must have been. I heard this loud noise, and then the fire alarm.
The fire alarm.
I looked out. I ran over to my.
Okay. 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 Yeah, I don't. What am I missing here? Is there more about Dennis's status I need?
Yes? A murder? He said his ear was broken and it needed to be fixed. That was around noon, I think? Yes.
Let's examine these again just in case.
That was around noon, yes. He said he needed.
So he went from the deceased place directly from his previous job.
Yeah, it was really quick. Right. Yes.
Alright.
The customer?
Alright. Right. Is it, I don't know what it thinks we're missing here. This is the curse of playing a puzzle game live. I'm stupid. Alright, Dennis seemed depressed. Oh, sure, we can combine those, I guess.
The last time the deceased was seen alive was...
This is very similar to how I play Ace Attorney in that I'm stupid, so I just brute force things. Alright, from the information at hand, the latest time Dennis was seen alive was between noon and 1 p.m.
That's right.
Excellent reasoning. You're right. They said I have excellent reasoning. I feel good about myself again. The electrician said that when he saw Dennis, Dennis seemed depressed. If he was already dead, that'd be a very different testimony.
Yes. This comes from the electrician.
This is Naomi Kimishima? I forget her last name. But yeah, she's our lady.
The last time we
She's a forensic scientist. Alright, from this information at hand, it's believed that the latest Dennis was still alive was at 2 p.m. or 3 p.m.? I would say 3 p.m. Indeed.
The neighbor reports hearing a sound from the room at that time. Within an hour after that, a fire started in his room. The deceased was later discovered dead. That's all we know at this point.
I have gathered quite a bit of information. Oh, is Rosa popping up? That's good. I thought I had noticed the pop-ups coming up because I have the stream preview open, but apparently I don't see them. Some of these look like I'll be able to learn more by asking Little Guy about them. Besides analyzing information for you, you can also speak to the investigator using the computer. Point to the panel in the upper right of the screen and press the A button to talk to him.
Hey, little guy. I want to go through
Hey,
the
little
information
guy.
we've gathered so far.
All right, let's piece it all together step by step.
This is another one of my favorite songs in the game. This is some murder investigation music.
Let's do that.
The deceased, Dennis Taylor, was found dead in his apartment. Let's see. His body was discovered because...
The incident that led to the discovery of Dennis Taylor's body was silly, funny, sus noises, a fire, people complained of the smell. Dennis was a very smelly boy. A scream. A fire. Excellent reasoning.
Yes, but by the time firefighters arrived on the scene, the fire had already gone out. His corpse was found on the bed.
That's right. The FBI and police initially ruled this case as a suicide. The reason for that was...
The knife and the slashed wrist. The corpse was wearing a shirt. That must indicate suicide. Excellent reasoning.
Correct. The other reason was...
Another reason why the death was initially believed to be a suicide was the door was locked. Yeah. Excellent reasoning.
The slashed
We're so
wrist
smart.
and the chain door point towards suicide. It would seem he was so desperate for death that he would both slit his wrist and set his room on fire.
Detective media has led me to believe that anytime someone dies in a locked room, it's definitely a murder.
That isn't a surprising conclusion.
The knife blade does match the shape of the wound in the wrist. The blood on the blade matches his DNA. Lastly, the deceased's fingerprints were found on the handle of the knife.
Those are all true, but there was something odd about that wound on his wrist.
No hesitation. No pain reaction wounds. Yes.
Another point is...
The knife was in his right hand, the knife was in his left hand, the knife was in both hands, there wasn't a knife. Was it his right or left hand? I don't remember. If I exit, am I gonna have to do all these again? Because I kind of want to see what hand the knife was in. Yeah, let's answer this question later. Dennis did create the wound on his left wrist, and he must have held the knife in his injured hand. Does that mean it was in his right hand? I guess it must be right hand it's
Hey,
looking
little
for.
guy. I want to...
All right.
Let's do...
The distance.
Oh yeah, we gotta do all this again.
Yes, his corpse.
That's right. The FBI. The reason.
Was the knife in the slashed wrist.
That's.
I think the murderer was just wearing some gloves and then put the knife in his hand, but who knows? We're learning things here. The door was locked.
Indeed. That isn't...
The knife.
Fair.
Okay. No pain reaction wounds.
Another...
Okay. Knife was in his right hand. Alright. Yeah,
His
just
finger
that was
was
just for the finger
Would he have
fracture.
been
Okay.
able to use a knife with a wounded hand?
It's very unlikely, but that's not the only thing that raises doubt. If he did die of the knife wound, he would have bled to death.
That's true.
However, investigating the corpse points to a different cause of death. That is,
Hemorrhaging in the eyes.
That's right. The petechia on the eyes and the
Yeah.
strange bruise on his abdomen.
Yeah, what is that bruise about? I'm still curious about that.
There's more than enough evidence to doubt that this was a suicide.
but according to the electrician's statement,
Dennis was very sad.
the victim seemed like he might be in a state to commit suicide.
Indeed. There are too many uncertainties to be able to draw a conclusion at this point. I'm going to have to investigate the scene for myself. Little guy, get me approval to enter the area.
Whenever I play Wii games, I just love to play around with the pointer. I'm like a cat. It's like a little laser pointer, you know?
Oh, understood.
Alright, we're heading to the scene of the crime.
I'm sure my bosses will approve you right away.
Yes, but I don't intend to waste any time. I'm going there right now. You deal with the rest on your end.
The crime scene is now available to investigate. You can go there by using the map screen. Let's go. Here we go to Dennis's room. Dennis, you live like this? Alright. Yeah, this is just straight up Ace Attorney. Use A to select anything suspicious at the crime scene. Let's check the fire
Now
out
that I look
first.
closely, the burns are most severe right here. What was burning here?
What is that a picture of?
If I send this for analysis, I might find out what was on fire on the table.
Alright. That's a good thing to analyze. What's this knocked over lamp about?
This is where the deceased's corpse was. If this bloodstain is his blood, then...
She doesn't care about the lamp being knocked over. Okay, from the bloodstains on the bed, it appears that the position Dennis, the position Dennis died in was laying on his back. Is it? Let's look at the bed again. Okay, yeah, laying on his back.
This...
Bloodstains on the bed.
Yes, the injury was on his left wrist. From the position of the bloodstain, it would appear he was lying face up on the bed.
Nothing sus about that to me.
There was only the one bloodstain, so he didn't move around much after his wrist was slit.
He was a horny pervert. That we can confirm about Dennis.
If this truly is a suicide, that would mean that he bled to death here. However, the amount of hemorrhaging here seems to be too small for a man to completely bleed out.
That's a good point. Definitely not enough blood for someone to bleed out. I don't know, is she not concerned about this lamp being knocked over? I don't understand. Right? I suppose this is the kind of woman he liked. Okay, anything over here to look at? The table's knocked over. There's a small TV. Is this a basketball? Was Dennis a basketball player? Alright, what are we missing here? Dennis was really looking forward to the NBA Finals. I don't think he killed himself. Oh, we got a girly poster on the ceiling as well. Dennis was up to something here. I'm just saying he was laying on his back. There's a poster on the ceiling. You can draw your own conclusions.
The deceased's friend? I see. I was so caught up in the case that I didn't check the man's background.
Uh-huh. What's Dennis's background?
Hello, little guy. Can you hear me?
Oh, yes, I hear you. Did you need something, Dr. Kimishima?
Yes. Can you do me a favor and look into the deceased's friends? I'm going to send you a picture right now. Try getting a hold on whoever that is.
All right. Is there anything in particular you'd like us to find out?
Was he a pervert?
Let's see. First, about the deceased himself. It'd be great to find out more about the day of the incident.
All right. I'll make preparations to have them questioned. I'll send you the recordings of their answers, so please check the recorder.
Please check the
Good.
recorder.
I'm glad you can get on this so quickly. I'll be counting on you.
Alright, anything about the drawers to look at? No? Is there anything else in this room we gotta see? Let's look at the rug. Light. The door. Alright. I don't see anything else to invest. Oh, what's this? Oh no, that's just from the fire. Okay. Let's head on out if there's nothing else. Oh wait, the ceiling fan was broken. Right? Did I make that? Oh, no, it totally is. Okay. How did I gloss over that? I noticed it like when they showed the apartment in the opening scene, and then I forgot to look at it here.
It's the ceiling fan. There's a speed selector and a timer. One of the blades seems to be broken, though.
Interesting. Seems strange that the ceiling fan was broken in Dennis' room. This is odd because a repairman came that day. That very day. Just like Dennis's finger, there's some parallels happening here. It's not fan season. Dennis believed in fan death, so he definitely was not using the ceiling fan.
Huh. The electrician had supposedly come to fix the air.
What even has to happen to a fan for this to occur? Like, even if you like whack your head on it, that's not gonna bend it like that.
I need to review his testimony to confirm what he actually fixed.
He fixed the heater. He fixed the heater. I don't even see a heater in here, but is this the heater? No. Alright, I think that's everything now. Alright, back to the office. We interrogated the man in the photo that was found in the victim's room. As usual, I've transferred the voice data over to you. Please use the recorder to review the interview. Alright. The conversation is about the victim's acquaintances, right? It may have some valuable information for us. At least, information regarding the victim on the day of the incident. I should keep my ears open while I listen to it. Friend's account has been added to the recorder. Topic victim's behavior has been added to the recorder. First, I want to get Dennis on some stuff. Yes, of course. What's this? I've collected some of the remains of the fire. Can you find out what started the fire? I can't promise anything, but I'll send it to the lab. I'll contact you once the results of the analysis come back, so please continue with your investigation. Alright. No, he won't be able to do anything with that. Bloodstains on the bed.
One moment, please. I did some quick calculations. A stain of that size would take about 800 milliliters of blood.
The average adult male would have to lose at least 1,500 millimeters in order
He
to
definitely
bleed to
did
death.
not bleed to death.
This means that
The amount of blood lost for an adult male is 1,500 milliliters. He definitely didn't bleed to death. Definitely or might not have. I'm gonna say definitely. Oh no!
how could I do that?
Oh, she's so distressed about this. Alright, he might not have bled to death. Not enough blood.
Well, the amount of blood loss required varies from person to person, so this isn't quite proof. It is unusual, though.
Dennis was just a light bleeder. Okay, not enough blood. What was fixed? Dennis's condition, injured hand, repair confirmation. Okay. Can I combine these? Yeah.
This does raise some doubts. The electrician supposedly came to the victim's room to fix his air,
Dennis had thick blood.
but he didn't repair the ceiling fan?
Blood is thicker. Dennis' blood is thicker than water.
Or did the fan break after the electrician had left? In any case, I'll need to hear his account again.
I love that the surgeries take like 5 minutes and we've been doing this like forensic thing for an hour. Okay, so we have not enough blood, electrician's activity, analyzing the ashes, injured hand, flower-shaped bruise, signs of asphyxiation, Dennis's condition, and not enough blood. So let's listen to this testimony. Witness B has something new to say. What was fixed?
Yes?
We already know this. It was the heater.
Yes? A murder? He said his air was broken?
Okay, heater.
Yes.
He fixed the heater. Something about that seems odd.
It's too hot to need the heater.
Yes, the deceased's neighbor mentioned that. Summer is already starting. And yet, on the day of the incident, the deceased wanted to have his heater repaired?
Very sus.
There's something strange about this after all.
Alright, let's hear what the friend has to say. Look at James Morton here. Did they have him pose for this picture, or is this just from the picture on his wall? Alright, 21.
What you want, man? Why are you calling me out here? Huh? You want to talk about Dennis? You better off
Girlfriend.
Huh? You want to talk about Dennis? You better off asking his girlfriend.
Yeah, they're like, we need a photo.
She's at the club down on Roulette Street.
It's like, all right, let me get angled here. All right, we're probably gonna check out Stella.
Yeah, she can probably tell you more about Dennis than I can. That guy, huh? No, nothing. He's a friend of mine, you know. I don't hate him.
I don't hate him.
We've been drinking together the night before he died, after all.
Okay.
He called me up out of the blue and said he'd pick up the tab that night. That wasn't really important. It was just how he normally brags.
What's he bragging about? That's true. Bragging? That doesn't seem like the usual behavior of someone who would commit suicide the next day.
He was all proud of this red Portland Jacks t-shirt.
Portland Jacks.
A Portland Jacks t-shirt.
Portland Jacks.
If he was telling the truth, the victim was wearing
He
that
did
shirt
love,
on the day of the
he loved to ball. He watched the Portland Jacks play the basketball. Favored shirt.
In any case, after hearing this testimony, it seems hard to believe that the deceased would have committed suicide. That reminds me, The man said in his interview that the deceased had a girlfriend.
A girlfriend?
I wonder if HQ knows who she is. This is worth asking little guy about.
He said in the thing that it's Stella at like the roulette club or whatever. We could just go find her.
A woman named Stella Abbott.
Oh, the deceased's girlfriend? Well, technically his
Uh-oh. X. Dennis had some trouble.
That doesn't matter. Can you find her?
We already have. HQ's just finished questioning her. Oh, should I send you the recording?
Please. Now, if you don't mind.
She's so pissed at little guy. He loved to ball every day. He balled like every day was his last.
I feel like I'm getting closer to understanding who Dennis Taylor really is.
Dennis Taylor was a sex pervert, but had a girlfriend nonetheless, and also had friends. Ravi, hello, how is the Suns game going? Not good. I'm sorry, Ravi. I'm sorry to hear that. Alright, favorite shirt, heater repair, electrician's activity.
I still have doubts. My main concern about this is...
Suns and 7, I've always said this. The reason most people use a ceiling fan is air circulation. Activating the book.
Yes. Fans circulate air within a room. If the owner was having his air system fixed, the fan should have been considered part of it.
It sure should have.
Why then would the electrician fix only the heater and not the ceiling fan?
Alright, so we have not enough blood, broken fan, favored shirt, injured hand, Dennis's condition. Not enough blood, injured hand. What's this one? Okay. Oh, victim's personal effects. So we can look for that red shirt. According to the victim's friend, the victim was wearing a t-shirt on the day he died, but he's wearing a fancy dress shirt here. Okay, let's check this out. Why doesn't he have his Portland Jacks shirt on?
That reminds me. Someone mentioned the clothing that the deceased was wearing on the day of the incident.
Mm-hmm.
That's odd. Somebody said something about what the deceased had been wearing that day.
Yeah, we know. That's why I went over here. Alright, to the office. We're solving crimes, size. This man loved the Portland Jacks, so why wasn't he wearing his Portland Jacks shirt?
Is bothering me.
Okay, different color.
That's right. The deceased was apparently wearing a red
Yeah,
t-shirt on the day
I
of
don't
the
know
incident.
why the Mees are in this game, but they're here.
Did he change after he got home? Or was there some reason for changing his shirt?
Only little guy has been a me, though. Okay, so changed clothes, broken fan, injured hand, Dennis's condition. Okay.
Dr. Kimishima, did you receive the voice data?
From the deceased's girlfriend? Have you sent it?
You should be able to listen to it using a recorder. Please listen to it when
She's
you can.
always pissed off at little guy.
Right. First, I want to know about the deceased's source of income.
He did seem fairly well off for somebody without a steady job.
Dennis was a criminal.
Indeed. I'll be listening for that while I'm going over the recording.
Victim's lover's account has been added to the recorder. The topic Dennis's income has been added to the recorder. Damn! Dennis was not good enough for Stella. I'll just say that right now. She was asked about Dennis's activities while he was alive. Dennis's income.
Seriously? What do you guys want? I've got work to do, so let's get this over with. Huh? Dennis? You mean Dennis Taylor?
It would seem that she knows him.
Wow, that name brings back bad memories. We broke up years ago.
Okay, good. She was not actively with Dennis.
Yeah, at first I thought he was an interesting guy, pretty cool and all.
He liked the basketball.
But he never had a job, and he just kind of wandered through life.
Nobody likes Dennis.
Oh, but he always had money. I'm sure he didn't come by it honestly.
Oh, Dennis is a criminal. Not a very subtle hint there, Stella. They did surgery on a bug, Onyx.
Are you really this slow? Don't you get it? Drugs.
Are you really this slow? Don't you get it?
Drugs.
Drugs. It's a freaking drug dealer.
The deceased's been holding on to quite a secret.
Dennis the drug dealer.
I'm going to have to change the way I approach this case.
Pretty sus that Dennis was selling the drugs.
Let's go through the information we have, now that we know the deceased's true identity. Unbelievable. The deceased had this hidden dark side.
This hidden dark side.
This is looking more and more like a case worth investigating. If Dennis Taylor was a drug dealer,
Millipedes, solid bugs. I don't think millipedes count as insects because of the leg count, so I think they're more bugs than insects, but I appreciate the sentiment.
Still, I can't let my prejudices cloud the truth. I need to remain objective.
I can't let my hatred of drugs cloud the truth. I need to remain objective.
However, it seems that we're going to have to change our views regarding this case.
I'll prepare the CSI's ALS.
What does this mean? What is ALS? Active lichen signs, all light sex, apple, ligma suck.
ALS.
I just don't. Oh, okay, we got it. We got it.
Just the wavelength being emitted?
That's right. An object's visibility depends on the light being reflected from that object. The ALS lets you select a particular wavelength to focus only on what you want to see.
Hey, I don't smell. I don't smell bad. Don't say that. Don't say I smell bad.
Or hide what you don't want to see.
Oh, no.
I'll try using it. Thanks, little guy.
Thanks, little guy. Did they make up an ALS acronym when ALS is an actual disease in a medical game? I don't know. Is ALS a real like light thing too? I don't know. All right, let's bring up this ALS. Look at that nunchuck graphic. That's great. Okay, we're gonna use the ALS to help reveal clues not visible to the human eye. It's a vital tool in solving cases. Okay, how do I bring up the ALS? Oh yeah. Oh, that's a terrible noise.
There's white powder scattered on the floor. Looks like there are footprints in it.
Sounds like drugs to me. White powder on the floor.
What this powder is, but I should send it in for analysis just in case.
Alright, anything up here? Oh god, it's such a terrible noise. I think that's the same thing it's trying to tell me about here, right? Oh. Something else.
This powder on the floor seems to trail behind the shelf.
It's such a terrible noise. Why did they... Oh, we found the drugs.
There's more of that powder inside this hole. What an obvious place for a hiding spot. Mr. Taylor wasn't all that
Mr.
clever.
Taylor was an idiot. I mean, it seemed to work. Nobody found it. It does sound like a fire alarm. Alright, let's go back to the office. I need more information about the white powder that I found at the crime scene. Now let's try sorting through the information that's been gathered so far. White powder. I think we have a pretty good idea of what this is. It's a pile of salt. I'll have it investigated in any case. Can you please wait?
Dr. Kimishima.
That was fast.
White powder that was spread on the floor. There were traces of drugs found within it.
Drugs! Just traces of drugs?
A number of different sets of footprints were identified in that powder as well. They all belong to the firefighters, police, and you, of course.
Okay.
I see. That means...
It was spread after he died, right? They fell when the fire started. The killer's a firefighter. That's probably it. The drugs were there for days. Dennis committed suicide. They fell when the fire started. Yeah, we gotta try the drugs, to the floor drugs, figure out what they are.
Exactly. That would be the case. The room belonged to the deceased. If the drugs had been spread on the floor before the incident, his footprints should be there as well. But the only footprints in the room were from people who had entered after the fire.
Very interesting.
This would mean that the drugs would have to have been spread before or soon after the fire began.
Okay, so we have floor drugs, broken fan, Dennis's income. Can we combine these? No? Okay. We have hidden hole in wall.
All right, let's go over the information we've gathered. First, the white powder.
Whom in their lives has never taken some floor drugs? I mean, I've like picked up Tylenol I've dropped and stuff. That's about it for me. A white powder was found on the floor in Dennis' apartment. This powder was revealed to be baby formula. Powdered toast? What is powdered toast?
Yes, the trail of drugs
That's
led
true.
directly to the
I guess
hole
that's floor
behind the
drugs.
shelf. If the same powder from the floor was inside the hole, then...
A large mouse hole.
That's right. But there weren't any drugs inside the hole.
I mean, short your toast kind of works too. Like shortbread, you know, you're grinding. I don't know what shortbread is, but you know, your powder in your toast.
The layer of drugs had footprints from the firefighters, the police, and me left in them. All of the footprints had something in common.
They didn't belong to Dennis. They're from the police. They were made after the fire.
Indeed. There weren't any footprints from before the time the fire began. So from this, we can deduce that the drugs must have been scattered on the floor when...
Scattered just before the fire, or scattered after the fire? There are no footprints in the drugs that were made prior to the start of the fire, so they had to be scattered after the fire. Oh, come on!
That was careless.
Oh, scattered by me? Is that it? No. Okay, so scattered just before the fire. But you said there was none before the fire.
I'd say that it would have been after Mr.
I took what you said too literally.
In other words, it must have happened between his death and when the fire started. But why were there drugs on the floor?
Why were there drugs on the floor? Whoever took them dropped them, I bet. Dennis is a slob. He leaves all his drugs on the floor. Oh, we got a gold card. Solid evidence. Missing drugs. Evidence card has been completed. Golden cards are treated as evidence in your investigation. They do not need to be analyzed or fused with any other evidence cards.
Yes, They must have spilled out when someone removed the drugs from the hole in the wall.
Very interesting.
Dennis Taylor was killed, and someone walked out with the drugs. I'm starting to get a clearer picture of what happened here, but there's no proof just yet.
No proof.
I need to move on to the next step. I should consult with Little Guy about this.
Little Guy, what's up?
Dr. Kimishima, have you confirmed that it's a murder after all?
I don't know how you heard about that so quickly, Little Guy. Have you been eavesdropping on me?
Little Guy kinda sus.
No,
Forget it. I can see right through you.
Oh, right. I have a new tool for you.
Oh, new tool time.
It's luminol. Do I need to explain it to you?
That's the stuff you spray to see blood.
Based on reducing
This too. That's what I was thinking too. This right here took the thoughts right out of my head.
It reacts to iron and hemoglobin by glowing, making it useful to find otherwise hidden bloodstains. Anything else?
No.
Good. I just spray this onto suspicious areas, then shine the ALS on it, right? I'm sure it will be useful. Thank you, Little Guy.
Thanks, Little Guy. Okay, here we go. Anything else I need to do here? I don't think so. Alright, let's head to the crime scene. Alright, it's luminol time. Luminol reagent spray is useful for examining crime scenes. Tilt right while zoomed in, then press A to use it. After using the spray, shine the ALS to reveal blood stains. Try using it on suspicious areas. Oh, so I have to spray it all over and then use this? That's kind of annoying. Yep, just pile it on there. Alright. Okay, what about around the drug hole? No? Okay, let's check out the table maybe. No. What about the basketball? Where could the blood be? Maybe on the door? Yeah, there we go. On the chain.
There's a reaction to blood on this screw that's securing the doorknob. The screw seems rather loose as well.
Alright, blood on the chain. Bloody screw, as they call
Come
it.
to think of it, the door to this room was chained shut when the fire started. Could this be related to that in some way?
It could be. Okay, let's check the ceiling fan too. Uh-huh. There's that awful noise. What's this rope around there?
There's a rope wrapped around the shaft of the ceiling fan. There's no mistake. Those are bloodstains.
Very interesting. Mysterious rope. Okay. I would think that's all of the blood here. Let's maybe check over here too. Okay. I think that's probably everything. The noise of blood and drugs. That's the noise. I know it well. It hurts my ears very badly. Let's try sorting through the information that's been gathered so far. What do you want?
Dr. Kimishima, sorry for the wait. The analysis of the burnt material has come back from the laboratory. Calcium hydroxide was detected in the sample.
Alright.
Calcium hydroxide? You mean slaked lime?
Oh, slaked lime.
Yes, small amounts of quicklime were also detected. Quicklime is a substance that releases a great deal of heat when it reacts with water.
Wait, so... Oh, that was what started the fire? Great amount of heat is released from calcium hydroxide. This is used to start the fire.
I agree, but isn't it odd? If the killer wanted to start a fire, there are far easier ways
You're right. There must have been a reason for
It's
this.
probably like a delayed
It's our
start,
job
right?
to investigate that, isn't it?
Ashes has become burnt chemicals. Okay, so bloody screw, loose screw, mysterious rope, burnt chemicals.
Dr. Kimishima, we've identified the blood on the screw. It's a DNA match with the victim,
Alright.
Dennis Taylor. Why would his blood be there, of all places?
Yeah, his blood is on the chain, so does that mean he was running from someone, or what?
It's simple. What happened was...
Or did the killer have the blood on them? Killer was finger painting. I think that's it. Okay, so Dennis touched it. It had to be Dennis touched it, right? No.
That was careless.
Okay. Is it blood splatter? Or it touched the murder weapon? I don't know. I'd say blood spatter. Oh no! I only have 3 hearts left. I wouldn't say that was excellent
It's
reasoning.
probably because it touched the murder weapon.
Wait, why would the killer touch that screw with the murder weapon?
Very interesting.
If the weapon was...
A kitchen knife. Oh, it was a screwdriver. That's what the bruise on him was. It was a flower screwdriver.
Yes, a screwdriver. It was likely used to both loosen and tighten that screw.
I see. Then the screwdriver left the blood on the screw while he was covering his tracks.
Okay, so I can combine these, right? No? Okay. Well, I don't know why, but... burnt chemicals, loose screw, mysterious rope, changed clothes, Dennis's income, broken fan ignored.
Yes, these 2 pieces can be combined into one. The rope wrapped around the ceiling fan is what caused it to break.
All right, we almost have full evidence for the fan.
The question
We're getting
now
close,
is
I
why there
think.
was a rope around it in the first place.
Okay, so breaking the fan, loose screw. Can we combine these? No? Okay. I'm just saying, like, we can probably piece together what happened here. If you just let me combine these. No? Okay. Okay, it's burnt chemical, breaking the fan, loose screw, Dennis' income, changed clothes. Alright, is that all for now? If you find something at the scene or the body that needs to be analyzed, let me know. I do work for a nationwide organization after all. I'll try to help you as much as I can. Anything new on the recorder? No. We never did hear the very end of her testimony, though.
You worked for this big fish called Theodore.
Theodore.
I guess Dennis got totally used by him, but
Whoever this Theodore name is, I should keep an ear out.
and that was it. I broke up with them. I mean, dealing drugs? That's way too dangerous for me. Who knows? I assume he's still out there dealing.
So there's a chance that Dennis was still dealing drugs when he died.
I mean, I can't do anything to stop him.
You could murder him. You could kill him.
Huh? He died.
Okay. Let's double check that there's no evidence we need to get analyzed.
The fire began near the
What?
kitchen table.
I don't know how those
Calcium
combine, but
hydroxide was found in the substance on the floor there. Calcium hydroxide is formed through the reaction of quicklime and water. That reaction creates something else as well.
a fire.
Yes. Quicklime releases
65 kilojoules of energy per mole when it reacts with water, motherfucker. I'm always saying this.
This was the method used to start the fire in this room. First, you would place a glass of water on the table.
Okay.
You would also put quicklime around the floor and on the table near the glass.
Makes sense.
When the table falls over, the hydration heat caused by the reaction would cause a fire.
I'm always talking about kilojoules and moles. I passed chemistry class. That's definitely what happened when I took chemistry.
But why would the killer go through such a complicated plan to start a fire?
Because it was a locked room. To delay when the fire started. To prove how smart he was. That's just how he rolls.
That's right. If all he wanted was a fire, he could have just set something on fire. The killer needed to have a delay until the fire began. That's why he devised a plan that made use of two components.
The ceiling fan and a rope. Willpower and pyrokinesis.
Yes. This trick relied on the ceiling fan and a rope. The killer wrapped one end of the rope around the fan and tied the other to a table leg. When the fan activated according to its timer, the fan wound the rope up, flipping the table over and spilling the water onto the quicklime. However, there's still one basic question left to be asked. Why did the killer have to set the room on fire in the first place?
Was that so they would find the body?
Why go through this extravagant setup to make it happen? The reason for that is...
to destroy the body. Killer wanted to be caught. Okay, so I guess it's to destroy the body. No? Okay. I was wrong. So Dennis's body would be found? Okay, yeah. I think that's what I said the first time, and then I didn't select it.
Due to the fact that there was nothing flammable added to the body itself, the culprit never intended for the corpse and the evidence to be destroyed in the fire.
Okay.
Instead, the killer wanted to cause a commotion that would draw attention to the corpse.
A commotion?
Now then, why would that be?
Alright. To create an alibi, to destroy the ceiling fan, to taunt the police, he felt pity for Dennis. To create an alibi.
That's right. By delaying the start of the fire, the plan was to have enough time to create a viable alibi for when the fire began. It's easy. I mean, with this method of misdirection, the culprit could start a fire hours after having left the crime scene entirely.
Alright, we got some more solid evidence. Secret of the fire.
This is the entire truth behind this mysterious arson.
Now we just need a suspect, which I think is Theodore. My boy Theodore. Why can't I put the screwdriver and the loose screw together? Dennis's income, loose screw, change clothes. Dennis's condition. Okay. As much as I'd like to solve the crime today, I think I'm gonna start losing my voice if I talk anymore. So I'm gonna end here for today. So next time when we get back, we're gonna solve this crime. We're gonna figure out who killed our boy Dennis. My thought is it's probably the electrician, who might also be Theodore. That's my guess. Thanks for coming, everybody. You got to witness my subpar detective skills as seen by my half hearts here. Yeah, I'm streaming Sound Voltex tomorrow morning if you want to join. And yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching. Bye.